Thank you for your interest in the AbleBridge Project Management add-on for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. This video is designed to walk you through the basics of our PM solution. Let's start with the Project Management Dashboard. As you know, dashboards provide a fast, easy way to view and communicate business data in a visual format. These real-time dashboards are simple to create and can be customized to your needs so that data is available in one place rather than having to go to a variety of areas within the CRM to find the details you're looking for. This is the default dashboard in the AbleBridge PM solution. Let's take a quick look at the charts. The first chart shows projects by category. You can see that there are 8 active projects, 6 of which fall into the customer project category. The next chart shows how many projects each project manager is working on. This information could be helpful to determine who is available to pick up a new project or if someone might need a hand. You can also use the dashboard to drill down further into the data. You can see that Tom is working on 3 projects. If we want to see which ones, we can just click on the info, select project name, and decide how we want the data to be displayed. Here are the 3 projects that Tom's working on. Next, let's take a closer look at the projects by budgeted hours. This graph shows the number of hours related to active projects. For each project, the red bar indicates the number of hours budgeted to complete the project. The green bar represents the actual hours spent on the project to date, and the blue bar shows how many of those hours are billable. Ideally, those billable hours will track pretty closely with actual hours. With a quick glance, this graph can alert you to potential issues such as a project rapidly approaching its budgeted number of hours, or a project with many actual hours that only has a few that are billable. Next, let's take a look at a project. Under the General tab, you will find the project name, the account it's associated with, a calendar lookup to set a start and end date for the project, and an opportunity to designate or change the project manager. Under the Budget and Billing section, you can decide how the project will be billed. If it's being billed hourly, you'll enter the number of budgeted hours and the bill rate. CRM will calculate the project budget for you. You can instead choose fixed billing. In this case, you would enter the project budget along with the budgeted hours, and CRM calculates the bill rate. You can use one bill rate for the entire project, or you can choose the resource role bill rate option. This comes in handy if you have a developer, sales engineer, and project manager all working on the same project, but they're billed at different rates. You can break a project down into a series of required tasks. With AbleBridge PM, you can also make those project tasks part of a milestone. This project has 4 milestones. If you click on any one of the milestones, you can see all of the tasks required to reach the milestone, including the number of hours estimated to complete each task. With PM, you can categorize tasks. All 3 of these tasks fall under project management. The 3 tasks under the next milestone are categorized as development. The data migration milestone also has 3 tasks. 2 fall under development and 1 falls under general. To see everything all at once, let's take a look at the project task summary. Here are the 4 project milestones and their target completion dates. You can see the number of hours estimated to reach the milestone and the amount estimated to be billed based on the bill rate you entered earlier. You can also see the actual and billable hours that have been spent on each milestone and the associated charges. Under each milestone are the project task categories. If you expand the categories, you'll see the individual tasks within. Notice the hours and amounts for tasks roll up to the category totals in blue, and the category totals roll up to the milestone totals in bold black. The project task summary is a great way to quickly see if tasks are completed, in progress, or pending, as well as when they're needed by, how far along they are, and who's assigned to work on them. You can also see how many hours have been put towards each task to date. If you'd like, you can change the way the data is presented. For example, we can resort the data grid to first show resource, then task status. Just click the Options button to choose how you want the data to be grouped. To reset the data to its default position, click the green button. One of the highlights of the project task summary is inline editing, which allows you to quickly make multiple edits from the same screen instead of having to go into each individual task. Just double-click any task and it's available to edit. Let's make some changes. We'll change the completion percentage on this task to 40%, change this status from in progress to pending, and we'll change the need by date for this one. Once I'm done, I'll just hit Save Changes. Another great feature is the ability to export to Excel. You can export as formatted data, which appears exactly as it does in the summary. You can also export as unformatted data. Another way to look at how the project is progressing is via a Gantt chart. A Gantt chart is a type of bar graph that illustrates a project schedule. If you hover over any of the figures, you'll be presented with information relating to that task. The green line signifies the start of a task, the red line indicates the need by date, and the blue area is the number of hours required to complete that task. The black diamonds represent milestones. You can use Edit mode to change around some of your project schedule. You can change the start or the end date of a task, or you can shift it entirely. You can also change milestones. When you make edits on the Gantt chart, it will change the appearance of the illustrations so that you can see what has been altered before you click Save. The legend has a great example of how to read the chart. A time entry tracks the actual and billable hours spent on a project against a task. To add your hours, start by selecting Time Entry, then click New. Here you can add a description of the work performed, then associate that with the project and task. Next, you can decide to enter a summary of the work performed, then enter the actual and billable hours for the task. Once you're done, click Save and Close. A great way to enter time while avoiding the need for multiple separate time entries is by using timesheets. In the timesheet, you can enter time against multiple projects and tasks on the same or different days within a specified week, all from the same screen. Here's Tom's timesheet. Let's enter time for him on Friday for a new project he began working on. Since he hasn't worked on this project yet, you'll have to select New Row to enter the project and task. You can also go back to any other tasks in the timesheet and make adjustments to the description, summary, or number of hours. Once you're done with the changes, click Save. When project-related expenses such as airfare, lodging, meals, or mileage arise, you'll need to be able to associate those charges with your project. To do so, go to the Expenses section of PM. Adding a new expense is very simple. First, select the appropriate category. Once you choose a category, you'll see fields relating to that expense type. As you change the category, the related fields also change. After you choose the category, choose the related project and enter the amount. If you're entering mileage, just enter the number of miles driven and the amount will be calculated based on the rate. If this is a billable expense, be sure to check the billable box. To make things easier for you, AbleBridge PM has a feature that lets you copy a project. This option allows you to save time when creating a new project that is similar to one that has already been entered. Go to Projects, select the project you'd like to copy, and then click the Copy Project button. By default, the dialog box will pre-populate information from the copied project. At this time, you can enter a new project name and if need be, change the associated account and project manager. The start and end dates of your project can also be entered now, or you can do it later. You also have the option to copy the project tasks and maintain the previous resource role bill rates. When you're done, just click Save. Many users who routinely do similar jobs like to create a project to use as a template. This way, they have a handy starting point for all their new ventures. Another convenient time-saving feature is the ability to convert an opportunity to a project. Just select the opportunity and click Convert to Project. You can copy an existing project by using the lookup, or you can start a new project from scratch. Thanks again for your interest in AbleBridge Project Management for Dynamics CRM. For additional information about this or any other AbleBridge product or service, please visit our website, ablebridge.com, or send an email to info@ablebridge.com.